One of my favorite stages in witnessing people and midwifing people going through their evolutionary journey, conscious evolution, is the point where they start to wonder, am I the orchestrator or am I intuitive? And the difference is, are you the beginning of the story or are you responding to it? An intuitive is someone who is picking up on things that are already happening. And so you intuitively know what's going on and you are responding to something that is in the mix. And you can co-create with it and you can play with it and you can be a part of that story. But the other side of it is to be the initiatrix. And so being the initiatrix means that you were the one who started that story. You're the one who came up with the creation that it was going to be. You are the orchestrator of destiny or the manipulator of it, whatever way you want to go. But knowing whether you are the intuitive who is picking up on what's happening in the ethers, or you are the master manifester who is the one creating all of it, who is starting that story, the initiatrix. That is one of the upper level pieces of discernment, discerning between those two things. Being able to tell, am I the beginning of this story or am I someone who is ushering it in? As a consciously evolving being, everyone wants to be a manifester. Not everyone is the beginning of a story. And so we refer to them as creatrices, which are ones who are creating, or initiatrixes, which are the ones who are initiating the story. The difference is, are you the origin of it? When we look at creatrixes, co-creators, the ones who are intuitively picking up on what's going on and running with it. Now, you can be a creator and also be the one who's intuiting something that's already happening. Because essentially you can see things shift, you can see the disturbances in the force, and you play your part in manifesting it, in helping it along, in shaping that story, in whatever your aspect of responsibility is. On the other side, with the creatrixes, is the initiatrix. And the initiatrix is the one who, it wasn't already happening. The universe was not working on it. Resources were not already in the flow of things. You are going to dictate to reality that this is what's about to happen. Technically command reality that this is what's about to happen. As sexy as that is, being the master manifester who's pulling things out of the ether that were not already going to be happening is very rare. Most of the time, what people are doing is they are intuiting that something is in the flow and they are expediting the process by contributing their resources to it and therefore helping it along and maybe shaping it along the way. There is absolutely nothing wrong with leaving your story at that level of responsibility because that's actually what most people want. They want to be co-creating with the flow of what the universe is already doing, as much as they say they want to be the manifester. Because if you are an initiatrix, an element of your personality is that you trigger the crap out of everyone because you're initiating the story. You're catalyzing it, you're activating it. You are the beginning of things, which means that wherever you go, chaos follows because change and transformation follows. So an initiatrix, they usually are the beginning of chaos, as opposed to they show up when things are already chaotic and then they initiate the regrowth curve. They can do both, but you have to be pretty in control of your power to do the recovery side or the catalyzing evolution side. Usually you're just initiating the chaos to break the old thing apart, which kind of sucks. But when we're talking about master manifestors, then you are talking about the ability to create something that was not already in the plan. And when you do that, you are responsible for the repercussions and the disturbances and how it affects everyone who gets to experience this thing that you were playing with. So, with great power comes great responsibility. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Because no matter what you want, with the purest of intentions, If it wasn't already going to happen, what are you robbing this reality from experiencing? As an intuitive, you're picking up what is already in the divine alignment of things. That is the prayer of most people. They want to co-create the manifestation of what the universe already was working on. They don't want to manifest from nothing. They don't want to take things that were not divinely meant to be theirs in the first place. And so, as a parapsychologist, one thing I'm always doing is challenging what's really happening here. We see people manifest things all the time, and then we have to turn around and question, okay, did I manifest it or did I claim it? To be the intuitive side of manifestation, you're talking about claiming what is rightfully yours, but in a way that you took responsibility and contributed your participation to the story and made it yours. Claiming something that the universe or the divine had planned for you is still manifestation. You're just not the initiator of that manifestation. You're the receiver of it. Knowing where you are in the story and knowing that there are variations of it help you to realize that there is room to play at every level. I see a lot of the time people saying they want to be master manifestors, and they are looking to manifest something that is not natural as proof of their power, instead of recognizing all the different levels that you can be playing in. Recognizing intuition is already manifestation. Co-creating or facilitating what you have intuitively picked up on is manifestation. Co-creating a reality in the flow of things is the manifestation most people are after. And then there's also the commanding manifestation that has nothing to do with reality and what it was doing. And then there's also the Initiatrix side of things, where you're the beginning of change that was not already happening. For the most part, the Initiatrix one, it is your divine destiny to come and stir things up and transform the world around you. It's not something you're doing by accident, and it's not something you're doing as a betrayal of the world. It's actually your nature expressing itself. So you can be a Creatrix, you can be an Initiatrix, either way, play.